I am the wizard of your nightmares. Gaze into my creepy clown and recognize that you have now joined, once again, the King Vlog. The King Vlog? It's the Sometimes Vlog! Look at this! Apparently it's the King Vlog. I am now the king of the Sometimes Vlog. It's a vlog that happens sometimes. Shh! Where are we, friends? Where in the kingdom of the Sometimes Vlog are we today? We're in the Wizard of Your Nightmares lair, trying to heft the sword from the stone, hanging out with this guy who really needs to get some Christmas wrapping paper. He's like, I need some Christmas wrapping paper. And his little pet unicorn, Frankie. And of course, their demonic dragon over there, who's taking a break from flying around. His wings are in the corner. Where in the heck are we? Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who broke you? Look at this carriage, look at this cannon, look at this stuff and this lollipop things and this creepy clown. This might be the creepiest place we've ever been together, and not on purpose. This is Ernie.
Hey guys.
There's my friend Ernie over here. Ernie, I know you're like, he's a little camera shy, he doesn't like this. This is not his favorite thing. But Ernie, what is this place called again? I forgot.
It's called RWB Party Props.
RWB, like RW. So
RWB.
like Roger Waters, boys.
Party Props.
Just RWB is probably easier to remember. Party Props in Orange, California. Look at this. Whoa, that's heavy. You could beat someone to death with this. Yeah, feel that.
Real.
It's made out of real metal and nails. This is a huge party prop warehouse with all kinds of crazy stuff in it. Ernie comes here to rent stuff for parties all the time because Ernie throws all kinds of crazy events. And I have never been here in the whole course of my life, even though I've hung out outside. I think you kind of need a reason to be in here, right? You can't just stroll in and just sort of mess around and shake the hand of this creepy, terrifying thing. Look at this guy. Hello, welcome to my... No, I can't even, I don't want to give you a voice, you're too scary. And look at this lady. Huh? Hello, Aunt Millie. How you been doing? I'm glad you have a new job. That's so scary. Look at this. The fall of Rome. This place is insane. It's huge. There's 2 stories and there's all kinds of wonderful things in here. And I'm completely, once again, overstimulated. So anyway, you kind of need an excuse to be in here. But it's awesome. Look at China. You want to throw a Chinese party? You want to maybe just have Chinese food in a really fancy way inside of your 1-bedroom apartment? Come to RWB Party Props and rent all. What do you think this would cost to rent? I guess we can't really speculate on the price. We don't know.
Yeah, a lot of the prices are online if they're interested in going.
RWB Party Props. Look at all this stuff, everybody. This is the crazy. And over here they have Tiki. Well, I should probably show the Tiki stuff really quick. Look at this. Oceanic Arts in Whittier is the king of Tiki stuff. But even this place has a little Tiki section carved out with all kinds of crazy stuff. But I was more impressed by China. Like, oh, a pillow for me? Thank you, ma'am. I don't mind if I do. So Ernie and I were hanging out, and he mentioned this crazy party. Have you ever been to this party prop warehouse over here in the city of Orange, right by the Orange Circle? And I was like, no, not really. I thought you were talking about the architectural salvage place that used to be by the Masonic temple over there. And it turns out you were not talking about that at all. Llama!
You got
Giraffe.
a cool Indiana Jones section.
Look at this Black Panther. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to show everybody. Look at this. So, I was walking around here. Ernie was actually conducting business. Look at this Tiki room section over here. That's awesome. Oh my gosh. Most little birdies will fly away, but the Tiki room birds are here every day in the Tiki, 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 Tiki. I didn't even notice this before because I was too busy looking at this.
This is part of the Indiana Jones. Actually.
Look at all this crazy stuff. Indiana Jones. You could also probably do a heck of a Jungle Cruise theme if you did something over here. And you were saying Indiana Jones section, so I was looking at this going, okay, this must be what you're talking about. I'm pretty sure it's it because look at what happens when you go right here. Dun, 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 oh. Dun, 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 dun. Dr. Jones looks a little different than I remember him looking. Indy. But you know, he's really from the 30s. Look at, it's me and Indy together. Look at how we're hugging. Best friends. But really, that was back in the 30s, so he's aged a little. You're looking good. You got a tan. You're looking good. Oh, that's creepy. Look at. He's got like real hair on him, like a wig. It's really, really, like, it's weird. Yeah, if you touch it, it's all gross. Just, you know how you touch your friend's hair to see what it feels like? That's what I did. I just touched his hair just to see what it felt like. Weird. Indiana Jones. This is the craziest thing. All I can think now is of the 50,000 parties I've always wanted to throw in my life. Look at this. A burro. Ernie, you're of a Hispanic persuasion, right?
Yes.
You have a tilt. You speak Espanol. Is this bad or awesome?
It's awesome.
It's awesome. I feel like every family should own a burro. Wait, what? What's he looking at? Why are you looking at that sheep's butt? You silly donkey. Look at all these animals. So do you ever, you live right around here, do you ever just come here and sit in here? Are you allowed to just come sit in here? It's a good thing I don't live any closer to this place. I'd be in here every day. Look at this. It's the me of totem poles. So anyway, this is what I'm doing today. Is just looking at this.
I'm sure noticing a lot more with you.
Noticing more? Well, I can't help myself wandering around. Look at this. It's an old bathtub. Look at this. We need to have an Old West party immediately. This is the craziest place I've ever been. It's like Oceanic Arts, but Oceanic Arts is a huge warehouse of only tiki and tropical decor. This is the Oceanic Arts of everything. There's a whole crazy huge basement and all kinds of stuff. And I realized, I was walking around like, how do I vlog all of this? And I was like, I can't. So I'm going to have to come back here like over and over again. So this is the first of many.
There's a lot of
RWB party props. RWB party props.
This is the Western section.
Yeah, this is okay. Let's go look at a little bit more, and then I gotta go. Look at this. If you come to RWB, look at this. Look at all the carriages and wonderful themes over here. If you come to RWB party props, tell them I sent you here. They don't know me at all, but just tell them I saw this video online. This guy was really cool and handsome, and his friend was also handsome, and these two handsome fellas were like, come do it. Like all this crazy pirate treasure stuff, old Western stuff. I'm gonna go this way. I don't know that we're 100% allowed to film in here, but Ernie's a customer, so I feel safer being with him. Look at this. Here you have Keanu Reeves chilling. It's so realistic too. Ghosts.
All of these rocks.
Grandma? Okay, like I said, there are 2 stories, and now we are in the basement. Can't capture this all on one vlog. Way back here, behind Ernie, they have a workshop where they make all kinds of crazy custom props. I'm assuming that's what this giant shoe is. There's all kinds of things that obviously look like giant parade floats. There's all sorts of space-related stuff here. So apparently, if they don't have it, they can make it for you. I was actually feeling super uncomfortable in here, Ernie. Like, kind of oppressive. Is the building haunted, do you think? It's really old.
Yes, I'm gonna say, of course.
Ernie's expertise says the building's
Orange
haunted.
County, of course it's haunted.
Yeah, hauntedoc.com.
What else would I say?
Right, yeah, exactly. You have to say it's haunted, honestly. You have to say it's haunted. But anyway, I was feeling really uncomfortable in here just because I was nervous about, like, oh, no, I don't want to touch anything or any props. Until I realized my mummy was here. Right?
Yeah.
Isn't that good?
That's awesome.
That's why I make the big bucks. I don't make any. Can you buy me lunch later?
Sure.
Because I'm a little skint. Look at this, the cobra. Look at this giant power of the cobra thing. And I noticed over here, past these beautiful camels, and this really... See, look at all this stuff. I have no idea what that's for, but like...
That would be the Frozen Snow Palace.
The Frozen... Do you really honestly know what that is?
No, I've never watched the movie.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're saying... Okay, never mind. I feel dumb now. Thanks, Ernie. Look at this. There's shopping carts full of produce and wonderful things. You know, obviously, look at all these sets and flats. There were sets and props that were obviously from Mary Poppins and like different stuff. So obviously they build stuff. You were saying they build stuff for like plays and stuff, probably. Mm-hmm. And then they get to keep the stuff afterwards. I did see stuff that I know for sure used to actually be in Disneyland. And then there's all kinds of signage from when they try to do a... Epcot has a food and wine festival. They tried to do one at California Adventure years ago. It was a total disaster. But they have some signage from it. So I'm guessing they loaned out all kinds of props. And look at this. It's a freaking chariot. Hold on. With a cobra in it. The power of the cobra is strong with this place, Ernie. The power of the cobra. Anyway, there's no way to see this whole place.
I don't even think we've seen the whole place, and we've been in here for a while now.
We found a little museum that maybe you'll get to show later.
They have a whole crazy museum with all this weird old stuff in there. We went in there earlier, but I don't think we were supposed to. Well, we poked our heads in there, like, look at this. And there's all this legit old stuff. So I'm definitely going to try to come back and do a random in here. And because of that, we don't want to make anybody mad. So I'm not going to punch Rudolph in the head or anything like that. We're just going to tread lightly. This right here looks a little frozen. Let it go. Let it go. Something about the sky. Right? Let it go. Let it go. Ernie's a cool guy. There he stands. He's got a head and hands. Let the vlog go on. I'm sorry. Look at this. The Halloween section. But of course, the Halloween section is looking a little bare because it's October.
Oh yeah, probably.
So everybody's renting all the Halloween props. I saw they had some Dark Harbor signs and some Not Scary Farm signs. So clearly they've worked with all these different places, the theme parks around here and all the party events and all this stuff. So who knows, maybe once upon a time when you were terrified by this. I don't know what I was going to say. That was the weirdest sentence I've ever tried to construct with my mouth hole. Wait, which Halloween prop? Best Halloween prop. Look at that. What the hell is happening there? Do you know what? At first I was like, that's dumb. And then the more I look at it, the more terrifying that gets. Seriously, if that appeared anywhere, like if you were like, hey man, there's a real haunted building and you showed me a picture of that in there, I would never go in there. That's terrifying. You need that to be your mascot. You should buy that. But I think really the creepiest thing...
on the bike trail.
On the what?
On the bike trail near, what is it?
Put it in Black Star Canyon.
Exactly.
Yes, look at this. This might be creepier though than the Halloween props. Santa. What are we? It looks. You know what this Santa looks like? He looks like the caretaker in the Haunted Mansion cemetery. Like he looks like he needs a little Rudolph that's shaking his legs. Like, oh no! And they should put this in the haunted. Anyway,
a little heavier.
That Santa though is terrifying. He looks like this English teacher I used to have that hated me. Seriously. Look at how scary that is. And also there's a giant Raggedy Ann doll back there that looks like the real life Annabelle, and that is terrifying. Did you know that? Did you ever see the movie like Annabelle or The Conjuring or whatever? So you know how everyone's all scared of that scary doll, and it is legitimately like super terrifying looking. I guess the real thing of it, the real doll from The Conjuring was a Raggedy Ann doll from like the true story. The true story. I've been telling them I really don't believe in like ghosts or anything. I'm like a hopeful skeptic though. I'd like to see something, but I just haven't seen anything that I'm 100%.
Yeah.
You know, so I never believe in all I never believe in all those creepy stories, and I've met so many people who are like just weird. And you must have too, because you've definitely working in that kind of stuff.
I thought I was one of them.
You've had. Well, you're not that weird. You're normal. You're like level-headed. So if you told me you saw a ghost, I would really go like, okay, really? Oh yeah, look at this. Disneyland, I mentioned this in the Sometimes vlog a couple days ago. Disneyland has now added a fake flower market in front of the locker area. Across the street from where that is, where the Carnation Gardens has the Carnation Cafe has their outdoor seating out there on Disneyland on Center Street off Main Street, USA. They used to have a Disneyland flower market there where you could actually buy flowers for your sweetheart. Ernie never bought any for me. That's why we're just friends forever. Friend zoned. I choked on my own terrible joke. But look at this. Disneyland, a flower market cart. I am almost 79% sure that that is the real flower cart from Disneyland. There's a whole bunch of other stuff that I recognize. Like, that used to be in Disneyland. And because they do auction off big props like that from time to time, and this is a prop warehouse that's located nearby, look at this. We could be looking. It belongs in a museum, Ernie. Look at all these old radios. There's just a lot of stuff in here. I can't digest all this at one go. I can't. But what was I going to say? Because we're going to go look at this giant thing. So basically, I'll never trust anything anymore because you have to have met so many weird people. Like, you met legitimate people, and I've been with you and met some legit people that are like very scientific and very methodical and logical. But then I've also met just some straight up weirdos.
Oh yeah.
So
you continue to meet those, I'm sure.
So no matter how realistic the story sounds, what the heck? Look at this yellow submarine.
Ooh, look at that fantasy. That should be in the Halloween section.
Ooh, yeah, that's scary right there. And you know what else is scary? This rhino's a little scary, but that hippo's scary. Hippos kill tons of people, bro. You gotta watch out for. But you know what kills way more people than lions or hippos or anything like that?
What?
Snakes. And you know what kills more people than that? People. People kill over 475,000 people a year. Also, what kills the most people though isn't even people. It's mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes.
Yeah, mosquito-borne illnesses kill more people per year than tigers. And I'll leave you right here with this. Yeah, so apparently the true story that whole Annabelle thing is based off of was based off a Raggedy Ann doll. And I always thought, that's not creepy. Why would you be scared of a possessed Raggedy Ann doll? Until I saw this earlier from across the party, and I did not want to be friends with it. Look at all these pirates. Are you kidding me, Ernie? We have to have a pirate party. Okay, just putting this out there. If Ernie and I threw a crazy party, like invested thousands of dollars into it, where everyone would have to pay a little something to come to the party, and there were grown-up drinks and fun things to do at it,
Yeah.
right?
Would you all come?
Would you come to, if we threw a crazy pirate party, would you come to it? It would have to be kind of exclusive, though. We don't want anyone just walking into a pirate
That's
party.
true.
Because what if people came in that had scurvy? Look at this. Are you kidding me? Look at I want to mess with those people over there. Look at this. Welcome to Disneyland. That looks like a prop. K-Rock weenie roast. This is the coolest thing. Okay, if we threw a pirate party, you guys would have to come, right? What would you charge for a pirate party? $17,000 per head?
Probably something close to that.
Something really close. Ooh, Christmas. Ooh, things. Ooh, sleds. Okay, I'm officially done. I'm overstimulated. My brain is done. I'm hungry. I need to go home and sleep well. Thank you for watching this vlog. What is it called? RWB Party Props in Orange, California. Come here and read something. Tell them I sent you. Uh-oh. They're coming. They're coming. Hide. Mistlefoot will protect me. Mistlefoot will protect me. So if you want to rent Mistlefoot or anything else, come to RWB Party Props. Tell them that Justin Scar sent you from livefastdieport.com or Haunted OC, right? They could probably say that too. Haunted OC. But tell them me, though. I want them to like me more than they like Ernie. They already like Ernie enough. Bye-bye.
Dude, totally subscribe, and you'll see more of my sausage fingers probably in the future. Okay, livefastdieport@spreadshirt.com. Excellent.